Do you want to learn how to create your very own GLAM Frosty Centerpiece for this Christmas season using all Dollar Tree items and a very small budget? Keep watching. Hello everyone, I am Ramon. Welcome back to Ramon at Home. If you're new to this channel, let me give you a warm welcome and let you know that I'm an interior designer, seasonal decorator, and DIYer who wants to help you make your home your favorite place on earth. So please consider subscribing. And on today's video, I'm gonna show you how you can create your very own GLAM Frosty Centerpiece for the Christmas season with all Dollar Tree items and a very small budget using gold, silver, snowflakes. It is just super easy. So if you guys want to see how this is done, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with a friend. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to show you how this is done. Let's head to the studio. All right, everyone. So the things we're going to need for this fabulous Christmas GLAM Frosty Centerpiece are 2 bricks of foam from the dollar store. We're also going to use this tray that came from dollar store as well. I'm going to use 3 of these picks from the dollar store. These are the frosted picks, as well as 2 of the glittered ferns that I absolutely love. These are so gorgeous. Then we're gonna use a variety of these snowy ornaments that we found at the local DT store as well. We have the long ones, we have the short ones. We have a variety, as well as some of the gold rosettes from the dollar store that we found. Then we're gonna use a variety of ornaments in silver and gold, and these are recycled from past projects. I always encourage you to recycle your items. If you don't have any to recycle, then I do recommend to go ahead and buy them at the dollar store, because that's the way to go. And then the last thing we're gonna need is a piece of garland that I already went ahead and spray painted with flat white paint, and I just give it like a little frosty look to it so it blends in with the look. For our tools, we're gonna need our scissors, as well as our wire cutters, and our hot glue gun that is preheating over here on the side. So let's get started. The very first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and glue these guys right here down to your tray. That way it's stationary. Then what you're going to go ahead and do is you're gonna wrap this garland around to cover the mechanics. And I would recommend just take your time on this step, make sure that it's tight. The tighter the garland it is, then the easier it is to work with. Just go ahead and snip right here the excess of it. This is really easy. Just go ahead and get rid of it and just tie right here together, and just tie it as tight as you can. Now don't worry about not being glued down, because we're gonna put so much stuff in it that it will hold it in place. Once you've done that, I recommend to go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and move these guys over to the other side over here. Just go ahead and fluff it a little bit. Then we're gonna go in with our ribbons, and for this particular centerpiece I have chosen gold and silver because I want it to stay very glam and very frosty. So it's gonna be a lot of silver, a lot of gold, and a lot of white. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and start with my silver ribbon and my gold ribbon at the same time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pinch, and then I'm gonna go ahead and attach right here just by twisting that ribbon. Then what you're going to do is, actually I'm just gonna drop him on the floor like I always do. Give him a little loop, go ahead and tie and split. And this lacy Susan really does come in handy to show you guys how I go around. And I want to go around this centerpiece twice. The reason why is because I want it to look really full, to where before I just do it once, this time I'm going to go ahead and do it twice. It's going to give you that deco mesh look of the fullness of the deco mesh. However, it's going to give you the luxurious look of ribbon, and I absolutely love playing with this ribbon. And it came from Walmart. Both of them came from Walmart. They're really affordable, and as you guys can see, it's really fluffing out really beautifully. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one more loop right here to close it. And then what I'm going to do is, with the next round of loops, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do a zigzag in and out. All right, so I'll show you. What we need to do is grab your loop, form your loop, then we're gonna go in right here. We're gonna secure, split, and then we're going to go out. All right, and that zigzag is going to really give it a really full look. So because we went out, we split, now I need to go back in. You can also twist your ribbons, so now the gold is up on the top. And just by grabbing these bristles right here, let's go ahead and tie it. And don't worry about fluffing until the end. I always like to just work as fast as I can, and then I go ahead and fluff towards the end. All right, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down because I went up on the last one. I am going to go downwards like this. And as you guys can see, it really is filling in. Thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this Christmas series. I really want to know what you think about my mom's staircase. If you guys enjoy that video, I cannot wait to show you the next one on my mom's house. I recorded 4 videos total, and I also love the way her home turned out. She loved it. We've never really decorated for the holidays at my mom's house before, and she also loved it, which made me really happy. So I cannot wait for you guys to see the rest of that series. All right, I think I have 2 loops left, so I'm gonna go ahead and do one more right here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut. And as you guys can see, it looks really full. And when I cut, just make sure you dovetail those ends in case you see them, then it doesn't look as awful. All right, then what you want to do is just go ahead and do a quick fluff, and I will take care of it in a minute. But what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and start inserting some of this beautiful frosted greenery that I found at the dollar store. And remember, the last time I did a centerpiece, I told you that what goes up must come down. And this is exactly what I mean. You put one up, then you put one down, and that really gives it a balance. And then what you need to do is you need to go ahead and twist. Well, first of all, take these pesky tags off and just cut. You know, when I do a centerpiece, I just like to cut all of my materials at the same time because that will save me a lot of time when I'm doing this. It's called prep work. And then you can just insert going really fast. When I worked at a shop, we used to have somebody who did the prepping for us, and I loved it. I miss that little luxury. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do one up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do one down, and just make sure that you insert into the foam, and you can really hear it when it goes in. At this point, if you wanna keep it permanent, then you can go ahead and glue, but as you guys know, I like to reuse my materials year after year until I can no longer use them, and that's when I get rid of them. But I like to reuse it. But if it was for retail, I know a lot of you guys do this to sell, then I do recommend you glue them because you don't want your customers to not have a glued piece. All right, so remember, what goes up must come down, and as we insert where candle is gonna go, it has to be fuller so it covers some of those mechanics like that. And then go ahead and insert and just make sure that goes into the foam. And I have this one over here. And just like this, is filling out really beautifully, you guys. You don't need much product to really have a gorgeous centerpiece. I could stop right here, but I'm not going to because this is Ramon at home. And remember, more is more and less is less. All right, so far, I'm gonna put these ones to the side because we'll need them in a second. So far, so good. I absolutely love it. Just go ahead and fluff your ribbons. Look how full this is, you guys. This is absolutely gorgeous already. We'll go ahead and fluff later. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring this ornament that is like the biggest one. As you guys can see, it is recycled. So when I recycle ornaments like this, I like to go ahead and put the glue in the exact same spot that it was. So that way you cannot tell. So I'm going to go ahead and put one here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and spin, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the next one opposite side. And I always like to do the biggest ornaments up on the top because it all helps us really cover a lot of ground. As you guys can see, they make focal points. Then what I like to go ahead and do is add a medium size right next to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add one medium right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add another one, but I'm gonna add it down. It just makes more sense for it to be down. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this guy right here. Then I'm gonna go in with some smaller ones, and I'm gonna go ahead and always remember to put your If you're done with the project, just go ahead and take it apart and store it. Don't just have it laying around, because if you store it properly, if you take it up properly, you can always reuse all this product. Look, you guys, if I don't tell you it's recycled, you would never know. All right, my guests will never know. So then I have 2 focal points right here. Then I want to do is I want to add a few more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one right here, and then I'm going to spin all the way around and go to the opposite side, and I'm going to go ahead and add yet another one. All right, I'm going to add one right here, and that way our centerpiece has ornaments all the way around. Now, if you guys remember, this is what I want you to remember. Remember that I told you we needed to save these little picks? A long time ago, I told you that we needed to save these little picks the florals come with. Well, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this to insert one of our snowflakes. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and cut those snowflakes from the thread that they come in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some glue on the snowflake, and I'm going to go ahead and glue it right here. And so what that's going to do is I'm going to create a pick, and you'll be able to pick this ornament. All right, so this is a little bit of a prep work, but look, I have a pick with an ornament, and so what I can do is I just want to go ahead and insert that ornament. It'll stand right there. How about that? Let me do another one. I have a whole collection of them over here. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue and just smear it. And then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and insert into that floral pick. And you can do this with pine cones, you can do this with ornaments, and look at that. And so now you, instead of having an ornament, you have a pick. And then what you can do is just go ahead and insert on your foam like that. And look, how cool is that? You have a standing ornament. Thumbs up for that little trick of the trade. Then I have this really long one, and I absolutely love this one. I could not wait. This came from the dollar store, and I could not wait to use this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue and just smear it so it really hangs on to your pick. Then what you want to do is just go ahead and insert it right there. And look at that. It'll dry like that, and then now you have a beautiful snowflake. And I'm just going to go ahead and insert it like that. And so I have another one of those. I have 2 of each. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab me another one of these green picks, because we're doing a snowy centerpiece. I would recommend you can paint them white if you want, but for the purpose of this, that's if you want. Not really, you're not gonna see them. So there you go, and look at that, you have yourself a pick. Whoa, how cool. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and insert this guy, but I'm gonna insert it down here like that. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that fun? All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this fern right here. And for that, I'm gonna need my wire cutters. And once again, I'm gonna save that little stem because you know we'll need it later, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut all of these ferns later. And then we're gonna go ahead and cut them all at once. And this is gonna give it a lot of bling and pizzazz to this centerpiece. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start inserting like this, and look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. I really hope you guys are enjoying this Christmas holiday series here at Ramon at Home. I'm having so much fun, you guys, and I still have so many projects left. I really hope that I'll have the time. Hopefully I don't run out of holidays, because I still have mantles to show and other things, other centerpieces I want to show in the farmhouse, and I'm just hoping that I don't run out of time, because it's happened before that, you know, before I know it, the holiday season is over and I still had all these projects that I wanted to show. So always remember, what goes up must come down. So you do one up, one down, and once you have that memorized, all of your centerpieces always will look balanced like this. And don't forget to take that pesky tag off. My goodness, they put those tags like we're gonna steal them. They're only $1, for the Lord's sakes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do one more right here. Make sure that goes into your foam. Then I'm gonna go the last fern up here on the top. Go ahead and put it right here. And then I'm just gonna add a few of this right here. I have these gold ornaments that also came from the dollar store. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add this, but instead of inserting them like this, just give them a little twist like this. I'll show you the other way. Instead of putting them flat like that, go ahead and give them a little twist and insert it, and that will give the centerpiece much more dimension. So go ahead and take these little guys over here. So the total cost for this centerpiece is under $25, something you would go out and buy, you know, at Michael's or Hobby Lobby for like $100. And then you can tell your guests that you did it. So I'm gonna do 3. And so what I'm going to do is just a triangle. So I'm gonna go one here, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert the other one right here. And as you guys can see, this is also recycled. So I just like to put my glue in the part where I already used. And then I'm gonna go ahead and sideways like that, just insert it. Okay, the last thing I have is these 2 other snowflakes that I purchased at the dollar store. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert them. Then I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's anything else I need to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and use one of these glittered picks. I'm gonna go ahead and add the glue where the little hole is and smear it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and insert that guy right here. And that'll hang on to it. And that way you can use this pick. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy right over here. Like that. And I absolutely love the way this looks. But I'm gonna go ahead and add a few more silver ornaments because I already have them, so why not? So that way it looks fuller and richer and just, oh, so yummy. Look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and add a gold one over here for my recycle stash. And look at this, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and add my candle to it. And I'll show you what that looks like. All right, you guys, so a lot of you have asked me where these candles come from, and they come from a store in Amazon that I found them. And just like that, we have a gorgeous Frosty Centerpiece that is sure to wow any of your guests. And I absolutely love the way this turned out. That one needs to come down a little bit. What do you guys think? I cannot wait to read your comments. As you guys can see, creating your very own GLAM Frosty Centerpiece for this Christmas season, it is super easy and very affordable using all these Dollar Tree items. It is absolutely gorgeous the way it turned out, and I also love all the big ornaments, the snowflakes, and all of the glitter that is involved for the holiday season. If it is not on the holiday season, then when will we use all this glitter, right? All right, you guys, well, I cannot wait to read your comments, so leave me a comment down below and let me know if this is something that you are going to recreate. And if you do, be sure to tag me on Instagram or Facebook so I can share your pictures. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and share with a friend. Don't forget to check out the matching wreath down below in the comment section below. And then also in our next episode, it will be the matching fireplace. And I hope you will come back for that. If you guys enjoyed this centerpiece, then I'm going to link up the traditional one that I show you how to make. If you haven't seen, you can check it out or you can watch more videos right now. Thank you guys, and until next time, bye. So I want to say probably about 10 inches, then you fold it in half, then you dovetail like this, then you go ahead and just pinch. And I'll show you this on the snowman tree, this trick like this. You just basically do tails, and then you go ahead and attach them with one of your bristles.